Hello and welcome to the Affordable Housing Club. Today we're going to look at backyard ARUs and how you can get financial assistance from some of the local charities. I'm going to share the screen now. Here's a picture of a backyard unit, and this could be a two-bedroom. It could accommodate a single-parent family. And it can be profitable to the homeowner who constructs it and support the less fortunate. So what do? You build an ARU in your backyard with support of Haven to Home, which partners with Home Sweet Hope with Halton Women's Place to provide the tenant with financial assistance. There is 100% upfront financing. There is a turnkey design build, and there is ongoing management advice. So you can leave everything up to someone else. Haven to Home is a ministry-funded body. Home Sweet Hope helps single-parent families transition to a productive life from Halton Women's Place, which is a shelter in Burlington. It attends your property on a regular basis to avoid any potential damage and make sure there is no vacancy. It pays your rent directly to you while subsidizing the tenant. Here's a poster of the Home Sweet Hope site. It's been helping women in particular and other single parent families for a while. And there is a big need to transition these people into better accommodation. So the steps involved in this process are initially to have an initial consultation, and that's where you outline the process of what you can build, what the approvals process consists of, what costs and subsidies there are to make the investment cash flow positive from the day of occupancy. Then you look at zoning and property analysis. We study the zoning and bylaw allowances on your property for your particular location. There's a pre-application process where you have to do a tree study, a survey, and a grading plan that can cost between $3,000 and $5,000. Then we explore financial incentives, tax deductions, and rent subsidies to maximize your investment. This is a fee of about $500, but you don't pay any of this out of pocket. We then get quotes from our trusted builders for design and construction of the particular unit that you would like for your review. And then we look at a building permit application of about $5,000. And at the same time, we will look at finding a tenant and consult with that person or family, conduct interviews, and prepare a lease arrangement. Then there is site preparation, services, and inspections while the unit is being constructed at a factory. So this is what saves in timing of construction and being able to move someone in. This site preparation is about $20,000. And then we arrange financing to cover these upfront costs and ongoing mortgage payments. Then there is the building installation itself, followed by appropriate inspections by the municipality. This is, we're looking at in this case, about $130,000. Then there is the tenant occupancy, with the rent check being delivered to the homeowner directly, and it will exceed the financing and operating costs. The charity that helps with this is going to continue working with the tenants so they can move them into further housing that they may be able to own on their own. So they are around and available for consultation with you or talking about any particular issues that may arise. So here's a flow chart to kind of look at what we've just explained, going through initial consultation, zoning analysis, explore finances, Then this next line shows that while we are getting building quotes, we are also doing tenant interviews while we are applying for the permit. Then the site work and factory assembly go concurrently to feed into the installation and inspection stage, which results in final occupancy. Here's the first year cash flow analysis. It's a little hard to read, but in the first year, first 6 months, assuming this starts in July, but it could start any month of the year. And this is for about an 860 square foot, 2-bedroom backyard unit. So there's no rent in the first 6 months or utilities, but you will be advanced loan payments to cover the costs of the design and construction and installation. In the next 6 months, the rent starts coming in, and we're looking at $1,300 a month to you, and the charity arranges how much of that the tenant can afford to pay, and then they top it up from there. Then you have your utilities that in this case are included in the rent. And then looking down into the expenses, we have the utilities that have to be paid on a monthly basis. We're just assuming these are fixed, but they vary a little bit from month to month. And then there's insurance, repairs, water costs, maintenance, property taxes, and the actual mortgage. In this case, we're looking at an interest-only loan that is paid back later on, but this is just to reduce cash flow. You could get a conventional mortgage. Then there may be other costs such as legal, computer costs, accounting, different consultants, maybe bank charges, any staff help you might need, bookkeeping, anything else. So we look at, in this case, in the first year, income is in the last 6 months, and we've brought in a little over $2,000. So on a annual basis going forward, we can look at what will happen over 25 years. So we can see the cash flow first year is less than a full year. The principal that is being paid off, so that's building your equity. And how much the property is appreciating and the net total wealth that you have gained. Now, this also includes an assumed rate of inflation for the rent payments, which would follow with the regular landlord and tenant act in Ontario. So in this case, you would have almost $500,000 in equity in 25 years. Thank you for watching this, and hope to see you at the next session. I will end the meeting now.